Welcome back. I'm Felix, and I got some more Reddit stuff for you. This is Wiki on Reddit, and I just saw the title, and I scrubbed through here real quick looking for it. Basically, my husband, there it is. My husband hired someone while I was fighting for my life in the hospital. So I figured this would be a good one to listen to. I've been looking at people's mics to, like I said, I don't make any money doing this. So that's why I've been hesitant to buy a new mic. Maybe one day when I'm making money, I'll upgrade. I do want to get another camera, though. I'm supposed to have a camera for work, and I don't. So I was thinking about getting another camera or putting this one on my work camera and getting another camera. But I don't want to spend too much money. Again, I don't make any money doing this. So that's something else to consider. But, yeah, I just saw the title. I was like, yeah, I got to find this one. All right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's see how bad of a husband this person is.
Yeah,
This one is posted on Best of Redditor Updates. It was posted originally in 2015. So,
hopefully she survived.
posted by Hospitalized Throwaway. And the title is, I, 29 female, discovered my husband, 32 male, hired an escort while I was in the hospital.
You had sex on your mind while your wife was dying and fighting for her life. I got to get some. I got to get some no matter what. You need help. If that's your first thought, you need help.
send him to the hospital.
A mental ward.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah. All right. So I'll make this as short as I can while adding all relevant info. Me and my husband have been married for 2 years. We were together for 2 years before that. For the most part, it seemed like everything had been great. We both work a lot, but we made our relationship work. Over the summer, I was admitted to the hospital for surgery on my colon. Because of complications after my surgery, I was stuck in the hospital for over a month. Once I got home, it took me some time to recover and get back to how I was physically before my surgery. During this time, we didn't...
Well, that explains it. He waited long enough. I guarantee in his head, he waited long enough. It's just, let me just go ahead and take care of this need. I'm looking at my eye. My eye was doing better. Anyone doesn't know, I've been having issues with this eye. It keeps wanting to close. Now, I was doing eye exercise. There's a bunch of eye exercises I was doing, and I don't know what's going on with it. Hopefully it gets better.
really have much sex. I was in too much pain and couldn't do much physically, though I did try and satisfy him orally. I would fist bump.
So she still tried to have... My wife has had a couple surgeries, and I joke with her about it, but I'm not serious. If she's like, fine, I'm like, no, I'm joking. Yeah, I was like, no, I'm sorry, I was just messing with you. Because she'd be miserable when I'm trying to make her laugh and do something, try to cheer her up. But there are really people out there who's like, they just got to have it no matter what condition the other person's in. Like, and my wife has, what was that? I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, she can't eat certain foods, but she likes those certain foods. If she eats them, it just messes with her, and then I'll mess with her. I'm in the mood now. But at the same time, she knows I'm joking. In the early stages of our dating, she didn't realize I was joking. I had to explain to her. But then she learned, and she knows I'm joking. I'm not serious. But yeah, the fact that there really are people like that who just don't care. I guarantee you, he does not love her. He'll tell her he loves her. He liked the idea of being married. He didn't. I don't understand people who get married because they like the idea of being married. They don't actually love the person. They just like the idea of being married, which is 100% weird to me.
The end of the story, so I'm not going to fist bump this one. This was tough on both of us because we were both used to frequent sex. He did express his frustration more than once, but I thought we'd done a good job of communicating and working through it. We're back to our normal routine now, and I honestly thought the hospital bills were going to be more stress on both of us than this. Well, Saturday night, my husband went out with one of our friends, Greg. Greg's wife, another one of our friends, just had a baby around Thanksgiving and was stuck in the hospital because the baby was born too early and needed to be in an incubator. Greg had been really stressed out lately, so my husband took him for drinks just to get him out and de-stress. Greg called me yesterday, and apparently they got really drunk and started talking about how Greg wouldn't be having sex for a while. And my husband said that he could always hire an escort, and that my husband did that while I was in the hospital.
With Grasshopper's virtual phone extensions, you can instantly connect customers to your business's information to your team.
Greg at the time just went along with it, but he thought he should tell me.
Greg.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, Greg's like, oh, hell no. I'll be honest with you, depending on how good of friends I am, I might tussle with it, but on the other hand, I'll be like, why the hell are you telling me this? That you went out and got an escort? Like, you're a piece of crap. I'll probably tell him to his face, you're a piece of crap. And we wouldn't be friends anymore.
Yeah. I didn't really trust Greg at first and thought he might have misheard or was lying, but why would he even lie about that anyway? I went through all of our old credit card statements and financials and found a large cash withdrawal around the time I was in the hospital. That still didn't mean much, so I asked my husband about it and lied and said I was getting stuff together to talk to our financial advisor. He said that he had to pay for a car repair in cash because our card wasn't working, but it was working fine everywhere else. I just don't know if I believe that, especially because we always use the same place for our car repairs and we've always used the same card for it. I could contact them, but I have no idea if they'd remember. This is all just so confusing. I can't believe he cheated on me like that. We were planning on trying for a baby soon, but I don't want to bring a pregnancy into this if he's been cheating. I just don't know what to do from here.
You do know. You leave this scumbag. He's obviously, look, you guys had a conversation. At least you guys were mature enough to have that realization that, hey, there's, things going on.
I was just thinking, was this from the update? Did he say it was from the Reddit update? Anyway, because there's still a lot to go on that. Maybe they talk a long time. But you need to just confront. In this situation, you need to just be blunt. Look, I saw the charge. I was told you hired an escort. This is the charge. What the hell? It'd be like, you can deny it all you want. I know it's true. Even if you don't know it's true, just play like you know it's true. Because a lot of times people will confess when you play like you know it's true. And they just confess. I used to do that to my kids and they just confess. Like, oh, I didn't know anything. But yeah, just trust me, it works. Not just on kids. It works on adults too. If you play like you know, they'll start talking. It doesn't work on all adults. Like, if you come up to me trying to have like, okay, do you know what you know? It won't work on me.
You are sick. You're going through so much stuff in your colon where it's like, of course, I mean, I'm not an expert or a doctor or anything, but that's in the area where it's like, I might get affected when you're fucking bumping uglies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, and you still compromise. You're sick. You guys still find a way to kind of satisfy each other, more like satisfying him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of went above and beyond despite the fact that you're still recovering. There's so much shit that's going on internally within you. And the only thing he could do is just like be supportive. But instead, he went behind your back. He went behind your financial. He kind of put you in a financial bind in some sort of way because that money could have been used in hospital bills because it sounded like you guys were going to stress out about it.
Yeah.
And yet he withdrew that money to fucking get his dick sucked for one night? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, if someone is willing to do that behind your back, they are not the person for you.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of that relationship.
That's exactly where I was going to go, John, because it's like, not only did he cheat and like betray your marriage and your trust, but he also like took money out that like would help with your
Yes.
burden of.
I was talking to my wife about that. There was another Reddit story where they're struggling financially, husband and wife. The wife handles the finance. The husband just, gives her money. Husband is going through the finances and he notices a transfer. And he discovers that the wife has like $40,000 squirreled away. And they're basically living a lavish life. He's working 2 or 3 jobs. And she's like, oh, that's my emergency money, my just-in-case money. They got divorced from what I remember in the story. And it's like, well, it's just in case because now you're getting divorced. I told my wife, if I ever discover you were doing something like that, oh my God, I would just lose it on her. It's just like, we're living paycheck to paycheck. Well, actually 2 paychecks. He's working 2 jobs and still living paycheck to paycheck. And because she wants to live this high life. And it's just like, what the hell?
It's like, it's insane how many times he's betrayed you in this scenario. And it's not like he feels bad about it because he's bragging about it to this guy. Like, what the fuck?
He doesn't feel bad
What
at
the
all.
fuck are we talking about? I would contact the car place just to confirm, like, even if they don't remember how they paid, they
A lot of car places keep very good records, contrary to what TV and movies show you. The reputable ones do keep a record. So you could easily call, hey, did the car come in on this date? And was there, if it did, what was done and how much was it? And a lot of times they can confirm that. So depending on where you're taking your car, like I said, a lot of places keep very good records, contrary to popular belief. Especially if they've been around for a long time.
of how he paid. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like that's guaranteed.
For sure.
They have that. Especially if you're like a regular customer, you probably have an account or something like that, and so they can just you give them your name and or car like license plate, and they can type that in and find that no problem.
I just got my car done recently in the past week. All they need is your phone number, to be honest. And there's like records of like, hey, you went to get your car service specific date. This was the service rendered.
Yeah.
As easy as that, what Josh is suggesting.
Yep. And if they have no record, that's a telltale there for you. Like if they don't have a record of like that between those dates when you were in the hospital, then that's your answer. He didn't go to a different car repairman. That doesn't make sense.
And honestly, like, you know, cash nowadays is just kind of a telltale sign.
It was 2015, but
still,
it was still mostly card. But I will say cash was still used quite a bit.
Not true.
So, not that it was a whole thing, but yeah.
Oh yeah, Stevie confirmed, Josh. All they need is a phone number, name, or the VIN number, and they'll find it.
Yeah.
And they're 5+ years in the dealership industry, so
exactly.
We got it right.
That's what I was saying. Most places they can, if they're reputable, they have that record, and they can look you up.
And then, especially if you have an account there, probably it's even easier, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I take my car in, our number comes up, and they know who I am. Which car you're bringing in, and that's it. You know, they know. So yeah, it's not that difficult for them to look it up.
In the comments, remember Coombe Valley said, "Man, Greg is a good guy. Please get an STI screening. Lots of escorts are safe in their behaviors, but some aren't. And if your husband has done this once, there's no telling what he might have done and when given the opportunity. Please don't try for a baby. Having kids makes you very vulnerable, emotionally and physically and financially. And if you can't trust this guy, that's a really bad road to take." It's like, yeah, definitely don't have a child with this person. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So there is an update 5 days later from OP.
For divorce?
I thought I should address some questions and concerns before moving on with the update. For those of you talking about bro code, crazy to bring up in this scenario, it wouldn't apply here anyway. Greg and Emily were my friends before they even met my...
So to me, bro code is just code to help someone cheat. There's different... The thing is, bro code's not real. I'm going to put it out there. It's not real because there's so many... It all depends on who's friend. And even then, if we're friends, let's say I knew you first and then I met your wife, but you know how I am when it comes to that stuff, and you tell me this, and then you're shocked I told her, well, clearly you don't know me that well, but also I clearly didn't know you that well to know that you would cheat. So yeah, screw bro code. I don't believe in that crap. Like, if you're going to cheat, don't tell me. I don't want to know because I'm going to rat you out. Now, if I know that both of you are cheating, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and be like, I don't want anything to do with it. But if the person you're cheating on, I know is a good person, and you're cheating on them, yeah, I'm telling them, it's like, you need to start cataloging everything and get out. So, yeah, forget that bro code. I'm in my 50s. I don't do that bro code crap. Yeah, don't come bro code. No, get out of my face with that crap.
I knew them both in college. I was actually a bridesmaid at their wedding and their godmother for their newest baby. And the reason I didn't go out for drinks with them was because I was watching their other 2 children. So it wouldn't be breaking the bro code if Greg didn't tell me here, kind of. Oh, so it would be breaking the bro code if Greg didn't tell her. Yeah, that's true.
Jesus Christ.
On to the update. I stopped by the car repair place we always go to, and the one he said he used when I was in the hospital. They had no record of working on our car at that time.
Good.
Not even a tire change or an oil change or axle adjustment or anything. Axle adjustment, sorry. So my husband was definitely lying about it.
He needs an asshole adjustment. Dick.
An attitude adjustment. There we go.
For sure.
So my husband was definitely lying about it because they said at the price they would always have some sort of record. I went to confront him about it the other night, and long story short, he didn't deny any of it. He wasn't sorry about it either. He fessed up to hiring the escort and to having sex with her. He said it wasn't cheating because it was a service, not like he fell in love with another woman. What a mental gymnastics.
The fuck out of here. Oh my God. I wish there was some sort of like a secret recording that OP did, because this is not going to pass by in a fucking court or some shit like that.
I want OP to hire 20 male strippers to come over and see if he has any issue with that.
Kidding me? Oh, by the way, I hired a hitman, but it was a service. So
Yeah, you better run.
It was a service, so it wasn't murder.
Was it Frosty the
Video
Hitman?
game. It was Frosty the Hitman. I hired that motherfucker. 1-800-HITMAN. Frosty. And it was a service rendered. And I didn't do it.
1-800-Thumpity.
Oh my God.
So he goes on to say, it was just about sex to him. I also asked him about STIs, and he said he didn't even think of that. So off I go to get tested because of my husband's stupidity and cheating. I should say my future ex-husband, though. I can't trust him, and the fact that he didn't think he did anything wrong disgusts me. Once he knew that I knew, he wasn't even defensive anymore. He wasn't sad or angry. He just seemed like he didn't care. Like he was apathetic about our whole marriage. Everything I thought I knew about him was wrong, and I'm trying to figure out how he tricked me so well. I called a divorce lawyer, and I'm currently staying in our guest room because...
I've said this probably 1,000 times now. It's rare that people really do trick other people in situations like this. Most of the time, it's you choosing to overlook the red flags. I'm not saying it's not possible, but most of the time, it's just you choosing to overlook the red flags. There were probably telltale signs there was something off about him, and you just overlooked them. Oh, it's just that's okay. You just moved past it. Everyone has something about them, and I lost my train of thought. My brain just shut down. Hold on a second. I'm trying to think how to word this now. I can't get it out. Basically, it comes back to you chose to overlook the red flags. I can't remember what I was going to say. Like my brain trailed off and just shut down. But anyways.
I don't even want to look at him. I'm going to see a lawyer next Wednesday and figure out where to go from there. Oh, also, I got Greg a thank you gift. He's now subscribed to Meat of the Month for a whole year. Thank you for your support through this, guys. I don't know what Meat of the Month is. You just send him random meat?
Oh, probably like a subscription service where you get,
Oh, like a meat box.
a bunch of samples. Like
Okay. That's nice of you.
I wonder if he likes the barbecue and that's why she got it for him. Because that's something you don't just get for a random person. Or that's not like a gift you get just for anyone. You got to know that that person likes that. And she probably knows that he likes that. So she's like, I'm going to get this for him. So that's why I'm kind of wondering if he's a barbecuer.
Yeah. Oh my God. I think if there's some divorce proceedings, and I don't know if you guys have a prenup or you're just going to split it down the line, I would try to go and ask your lawyer. They might know better how to do it. But if there's a way that you can get recomp for the money that he spent with an escort, because it's like that's a not.
In some, I think it depends on the state. That is a thing. You can get reimbursed for that money. They have to, like in the divorce settlement, like you owe me this much money, and that includes this money that you spent on this. So yeah, depending on the state and depending on your lawyer, that is a possibility. So it all depends.
An agreed upon expense that you guys had.
Yeah.
So that's my only thing that I could probably add. And hopefully everything goes well. Again, W Greg, W friends that you guys had. Fuck a bro code. If bro code is entailing you to lie to someone that involves like hurting someone else, fuck that. Bro
Yeah.
code, girl code, whatever code, that shit ain't right, bro. Like if it's morally wrong, don't do it.
Yeah. No, 100%. And I think that's a misrepresentation of what the bro code actually is. And I think Greg is the definition of the bro code.
Yeah, bro code's gassing up your homies, you know, like calling your friends, say, hey, I love you. You're looking good today. I always do that to Josh. I'm like, damn, boy, you're looking good.
It does. It does. All right, John.
I think that was it. But yeah, I saw that one. I was like, yeah, I gotta check that one out. Clearly, he's an actor. And like I said, a lot of times in those situations, they can start off sweet, but eventually, even a month into it, sometimes the armor starts to crack, and you can see their real personality. But after a while, you also start to overlook red flags. So that's something else. I bet if she thinks back, she'll realize, oh, I overlooked a lot. And there's usually something there that's like, oh, why did I overlook that? And a lot of times it's because you trust that person. You've developed a trust for him. And that person knows it. He could have been cheating the whole time. The whole time, from the time they met to now. So, yeah. But, and my advice is, again, I understand cheating to the point of the adrenaline rush people get from it. But also, if you don't want to be married, don't get married. I hate the fact that people get married because they like the idea of it. They don't love the person. They just like the idea of being married, which is, again, weird. All right, everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and everyone take care. Later.